we gone uptown this time. We gone uptown on Love Them Knives. And the reason I got the knife sitting up here is because of the lighting, and I'm lazy. So because if I move it down here, then we got so because it's shiny, and it's got that the lightning strike or whatever you want to call it, storm ano on this one. And the reason I got the one with the storm ano is not to show it off like that, but because they ran out of the gray one and I didn't want the black one. So I got this one. Got it on White Mountain Knives. Yes, I did. The Acuminal. And I wanted to call it the Acuminal, right? You could call it maybe that. But it's Acuminal. And Seth and Kyle from We Knives, I saw just a real quick video they were doing on it, and he was calling it the Acuminal. So it's like, okay, it's the Acuminal, not the Acuminal. So, okay, Acuminal. And the thing about this knife is, for those who are tired of little tiny knives, have faith, enjoy, and celebrate this knife, because boy, this is the shit. It's 8.98 inches. Will that get you there? 3.98 inch blade. So 8.98 overall. Bead blast finish. Titanium handle. And you know what? They didn't even say, next page. No, shit. It's Van X. Okay, it's Van X. Well, they say it on this one. See, this is the one. But it's notify me. Okay, nah, forget it then. Okay, so we bought this one. $374, but you get $37.40 off. So what is it? About $350, something like that. Which there's a lot of knives that are $350 and higher and don't have Van X. Now, you want Van X? It's a nitrogen-based powder metallurgy. That's a stainless steel. Okay, toughness, corrosion resistance, wear resistance. You can look this up also on Knife Steel Nerds, okay? Because that's what this is, Knife Steel Nerds. So Laren can tell you about it. It's an interesting steel. Good combination of toughness and wear resistance and corrosion resistance. I wrote about Van X along with other nitrogen-based. So you can look at this and its charts until if you can't sleep at night, read the whole article. You'll sleep like a baby. You won't even get halfway through this. I promise you. Okay, so it's Van X for you, buddy. Not Nitol. Yeah, it's gonna be Knife Steel Nerds all. And but I mean, he goes and goes and goes, and he really gets into it deep. And it's always nice to read the stuff that Laren comes out with, because he does all the tests, and he'll go up and down the scale as far as austenizing, time-wise, and do we need some tempering, and at what temperature, and this and this and this to get the best out of the steel. It's fascinating. But this Van X is, I had my buddy over in Cape Coral. He's like, well, I got Van X, so I don't have to worry about, having a H1 steel. I just have, he had his Kanwu in Van X. And I go, Van X? Is Van X really that corrosion resistant? Amen, brother. So, yeah, this is what's fascinating about the Acuminal, other than the fact that really the design is beautiful, isn't it? Really is nice. It's beautiful, nicely done. Look at this. This is where your lanyard, I guess, goes. It's kind of buried in here, right? And then, well, there's no hardware on the front. It all comes through the back. Here, 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 and here. And I don't even think this is a long screw. This just goes into the to the scale, I believe. And these go all the way through, and of course this does too, which I guess is enough. Now, Yeah, okay. And so this backspacer, well, you know what? I'm going to take this apart. This backspacer's interesting. I already did pop it apart briefly, and I can't remember why. But yeah, I did one time a few days ago. And now I've slept since then. But no, it's a clean looking design. I mean, the design is, it flows nicely. Blade to handle length's great. Kind of the way they did that backspacer. Yeah, I mean, they opened it up for that blade to get the full potential out. Nah, you're not touching the blade. Can I even get down there? Can I even get close? No, I can't. Okay, jimped on the flipper tab. Whew. That's some dog right there, man. That is some dog. Okay, hold on. Let me grab a little piece of paper. Whew. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Oh, yeah, baby. That just floats through there. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Okay, so that's better than most factory edges. And yeah, I mean, it just depends if you like this. I mean, this is okay. Could fade depending on the voltage level they use to achieve this, storm anode or whatever they want to call it. But it seems like it's holding up pretty decent. And this pocket clip is nice. And it's straightforward, but I mean, to a degree, this kind of hits me like a very simplistic Laconico design. But I don't see any collaborator on this. So I don't know that there is one. And, Joe over there, the CEO or whatever of Wee Knives, he does a lot of beautiful designs. So, shit, who needs a collaborator half the time? Let's see what's going on here. So, obviously, this is running a track in here, right? Okay. But, wow, that's a clean look, isn't it? The ergos are great. Yeah, reverse grip feels good. This doesn't feel too thick or heavy. Really, it doesn't feel too heavy at all. 13 millimeter at 0.5 ounce, and okay, it's, it's not the thinnest, like a 0.45 or something, but it's not bad. And 0.14 for the blade thickness, so 3.7, really? Okay, I guess we are. Wow, okay. What's my lockup on here? That seems pretty damn decent, actually, about 35% or so. Got a little bit of a jimping thing in here to disengage, and then the flipper tab hits you right in the thumb. And even though this flipper tab is really, really muted, isn't it? It is nothing. It seems pretty intuitive. Yeah. Wow. Pretty knife. The cybernetic I love, the Ziphius I love, God, no, I can't remember what the other one was, but oh, wow. They did some really good ones. What's that in 22, 23? And this one is really, yeah, this is a pretty knife here. This is a pretty good knife. Flamed. Okay, they're calling it flamed titanium, but it's really not flamed in the tradition of, actually taking a real flame, right? It's an anode thing. Polished bead blasted Vanix blade. Polished bead blast. Yeah, it's really fine. So it's a bead blast, all right. Wow. Okay. So in the box, but you would get a box like this, you would think, this might be limited edition stuff or numbered, but I don't think so. So, and then you get the stack. paperwork, microfiber cloth, warranty information, sticker. I don't know if this is a sticker or not. No, it's not. And then this is a sticker, okay? Now, in here, of course, you get a zipper pouch, but I don't think there's anything left in the zipper pouch. I pulled it all out. Okay, and no extra hardware. Okay, nothing there. So, this is what it comes with, and it does come with this stack of stuff, but no, it's not a limited or numbered. I've still got my, cybernetic and Ziphius and that kind of stuff. So I've got about 4 or 5 Wii knives of like my favorite of all time type thing. This is very attractive. I don't know if I call this the greatest in that greatest of all time bunch, but it's got to be really close. And let's get a weight on it though, but it doesn't feel like it would be all that difficult to get. 4.4. That's fairly light for a 9-inch knife that's titanium, especially with a 3.7 millimeter thick blade, right? 127 grams. No, it's not. Wow, I'm surprised it's that light. I'm surprised it's not 5.2 or something like that, really, to tell you the truth. So that means they must have they really weight relieved the shit out of that thing, didn't they? Yeah, they did. And you know what? Besides the fact it's got great ergos on it, it's really smooth. Now, this is going to be schlickster. I mean, this is not stuff you're going to drag out and, use it to install carpet or, cut roofing tiles or shit. Okay, you got beaters for that, but if you even use a knife to do that kind of stuff. But you know what? This is just good looking, proud carry, maybe in a display case. And you could use, obviously, but it's not beater status, that's for sure. Neither is the price. This is nicely done. I like that. Yeah. They thought about this one, and you know what? It's a frame lock, but it's not as obvious. Whew. Good, and you know what? I'm about ready to grab old Blue here because I told you I had took it apart before. Let me get my Todd knife and tool stuff, my drivers out of here. I don't think I'm going to need the small. I think I only need the number 8, and there ain't much. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I don't think I need the 6. I just need the 8. So let's get them out. Did you know I got some Todd knife and tool drivers? I had some on my website, but there was 20 of them to begin with, and you know what? I haven't checked recently to see if there's any left. Hopefully I'll get more. Because I had been asked by a couple of people, hey, where'd you get these Todd knife and tool drivers? And, where can I get one? And that kind of thing. And, they're so inexpensive. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about anything. Not like my good screw drivers, which are, I don't know how much, $150, $200, something like that. Oh, baby, we're knocking the stuff out of this. Okay, now, we've got these coming out. Let's get these out. Okay, what are these? These are the screws that go through, right? They go through from the back to the front, and then here's your weight relieving, and then there's your hardened steel insert detent, ceramic detent ball, and then you have a steel washer here. Okay, so that's your lock side, and then there's that pocket clip screw, and these are your body screws along with your pivot screws, pivot surround, and then your ceramic bearings, boom, boom. And then we got this little thing falling right out of here. Okay, so what did we do? See, if you look here, you see this little circle there. So how do you keep this pivot from turning? Because there's no way to get a hold of it. Well, here's what you do. You have this little cutaway, which goes onto this pivot surround. Right there where that cutaway is, right? So that sticks on that and keeps it from turning. And then how do you keep the whole mess? Let's keep turning this one. Okay, now it dropped in. Okay, how do you keep that? Little circle right there goes right into the little circle right there. So that locks it all up. So you've, put your pivot in a stationary position so you can unscrew it from the back and not have the whole pivot turn. Kind of interesting. Seems like it's a lot of machine work to do that, right? This, plus you have a pivot surround, so you got to get this to lock in first, and then, there it goes, and then this. Wow. Extra work, costs money. Vanex blade, nitrogen-based steel. Looks good to me, and that's your disassembly. The Acuminal, and here it is. We got it back together. It's a good size knife. Good thing they didn't make that flipper tab any smaller. I think it's as small as you could do and still have it pretty trusty there. But you know what? They made it good looking, that's for sure. And it's a big dog. I don't know. This might be for you, maybe not. Maybe you like the smaller knives. But I enjoy seeing them kind of step out and do something like 9-inch knife, especially Vanex using some different kind of steels. That's nice as well. And it's a very clean look. All right, I'll let you go. Yes, we do. We love them knives. And you guys stay sharp.